catch in center. Bonilla third. Bonds in left. Gary Varsho playing right. Lavalier the catcher. And Jose Lean at second base with Doug Drabek, who's won 6 and lost 8, trying to recover from a very bad start. There go the Cubs onto the field. And here's the defense that will post against the Pirates starting lineup. Bell in left. DeCenzo in center. Dwight Smith in right. Chico Walker playing third again. Dunston at short. Sandberg at second. Grace at first. Wilkins behind the plate. And Bosky will be the pitcher. The umpires are Bruce Fleming behind the plate. Greg Bodine at first. Ed Montague at second. And Dana DeMuth at third. 83 degrees, a beautiful day, delightfully cool. A midsummer day afternoon here at Wrigley Field. And another big crowd is going to be on hand. And once again, the rooftops are going to be well filled, with the exception of 2 or 3 rooftops that I don't see nary a soul. They're in right field.
Now you look at Sean Bosky, and when you realize that his record against the Pirates is 0-3 with an ERA over 8, you know that he's got his work cut out for him. This is his 16th start of the year, his 17th appearance, his second start against Pittsburgh.
Now, you've been in that boat yourself as a pitcher. What do you tell yourself when you're facing a team that you've never had any success against, who really hit you and hit you hard? You can't turn around and pitch to them left-handed, can you?
No, but what you have to do, Harry, is realize that it doesn't matter how many starts you've made against this team. That's in the past, and that can't affect anything that happens today.
Right.
And if Sean Bosky can take this as a whole new world for him, and really a second start, because he's getting a chance to be in the rotation where I think he'll be most effective. And Mike Bilecki's elbow is going to be bothering him for a while. He's got some forearm problems. So Bosky gets another chance to establish himself as a starter. And if he throws a good ball game today, perhaps he can stay in that rotation. That's really where he wants to be.
Montana. Pretty good flag or banner. Well, we want to wish Gary Stark a happy 29th birthday today. He works at a visiting team's clubhouse for the Cubs. Gary Stark, happy birthday. Merced leading it off. He had 2 out of 5 last night. First pitch high outside. The game officially has started at 1:23 Central Daylight Time. Swung and he missed a high fastball. From our high scoreboard camera, that's the scene as the camera zooms down on the infield. Later the pitching mound, the home plate area. Strike 2, a slider over the outside corner.
Bruce Fleming behind the plate, and he's a very consistent ball and strike umpire. You get it around the plate, and he's going to call it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So far, he's moved the ball inside and outside. That may be a good sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, he had a good cut. This little guy, he's not big at all. He holds a mark, I think, for the 2 longest home runs hit in Pittsburgh. They have one of these IBM tape jobs. He's got great power.
And all his power comes from the left side. All of his home runs, 4 of them, has come to the left-hand hitter.
There's a drive in the center field for a hit. Merced singles sharply to center. And he's on there. He started the game off with a double to left center last night. Bob Kipper, one of the Pirate pitchers, who stopped the Cubs for 2 innings last night in relief, wants to be remembered to his grandpa Wolf in Aurora, Illinois.
The Pirates don't run a lot, but they do bunt and they do hit and run, and you can do either of those with Jay Bell.
He was shorting up the bunt, took the pitch high, and Bosky is throwing more pitches high than we'd like to see.
That's really been the big problem with Sean Bosky, is he's working from the belt up instead of from the knee up.
Strike call. Boy, look at the way Mark Grace and Chico Walker are charging Jay Bell. And Bell shows a fine ability to hit that ball, especially pulling on it down the third baseline.
Bell has 20 sacrifices this year.
He squares around the bunt. He bunts foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not likely to bunt on the 3rd strike, so let's see. A happy birthday to Gladys Cleveland of Birmingham, Alabama, a big Cub fan, and a friend of Eddie Lyons, one of the Cubs' special player consultants and great scout of the Cubs, Eddie Lyons. Throw to first, the runner back. Boy, I was surprised. Now more was written about the anniversary yesterday. Boy, what a big anniversary for the players. There's a pitch swung and he fouled it back. One of the most important anniversaries in baseball history passed yesterday. Well, hardly a notice. On July 1st, 1966, the Major League Baseball Players Association hired Marvin Miller as its executive director. Boy, oh boy, what he did. Foul back out of play. Before Miller, the average salary was less than $19,000, and the minimum was only $6,000. 25 years later, the average is $891,000, a 47-fold increase, and the minimum is $100,000. Miller, 74, is retired. If baseball had been smart, they'd have hired him as its commissioner. The pitch, ground ball, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sean Bosky has used a lot of fastballs to Jay Bell, and Bell has struck out a lot of times on sliders low and away. So Bosky can get it there. He's going to fan Jay Bell and perhaps set up an inning-ending double play. Bell has fanned 42 times this year. He is a free swinger.
Watch Merced. Again, he fouls it back. You notice this guy, when the pitch is inside, he automatically is pulling. When the pitch is outside, automatically he's hitting the right. Now, it isn't as automatic as it looks. You know he spent hours and hours and hours learning to do that, to make it almost second nature to him now.
One of the things he does here is put the bat on his shoulder. You can see it right there.
Double play ball. Say double play. Dunston stepped on second and fired to first. And Bell was doubled up. Boy, I was afraid Dunston was going to miss the bag.
Looked like he almost did miss the bag. He was straddling it. Looked like he had his foot on both sides, but he might have dragged the back foot across the bag. Well, it's very close, and he might have dragged the foot as he came across, but that's what Ed Montague said, and we'll take a look at it. So for the 4th time this year, Jay Bell is grounded into a double play. Dunston steps in back of the bag, over the bag, but drags his foot across the bag, and that's a pretty good play.
2 out, nobody on, and here is Andy Van Slyke, 4 out of 6. And he executed a sensational fielding play that cost the Cubs runs in the 8th inning. He was going to bunt the pitchers inside.
That double play cost Carex $100 because they will donate that to Cubs Care.
It was in the 8th inning. He made a great diving catch of Andre Dawson's apparent single to center with 2 on. Bounce foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Van Slyke hitting .289 for the year against Cub pitching. He leads the Pirates in RBIs against the Cubs with 10. He hit his 2nd homer of the year against the Cubs last night. There goes, way back. Might be. It could be. It is a home run. Boy, it looked like a low inside fastball, and he hit it a mile. His 2nd in within 24 hours, and his 8th of the year. And his 3rd, 3 out of the 8 home runs he's hit have been against the Cubs.
That's the 4th RBI for Van Slyke in 2 days. And he came in red hot after a very slow start and continues to stay hot.
Can we see that again, Arnie? Here's Bonilla. Swings, drive, right field will be caught. Dwight Smith is there. So 1 hit, 1 run. We're going to bottom of the 1st. The Pirates lead 1-0.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
Well, you can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. Everything else is just a thing. Just keep your Bud Light shining. Bud Light.
At 5 a.m., they start worrying.
Let's go through this one more time.
First about their $25,000 engines.
You should just rejet the car.
Then about 59-cent clamps. But one concern these NASCAR pit crews never have, their gasoline. Since 1951, 76 has fueled more NASCAR winners than all other brands combined. A soothing thought, because when the flag goes down, there's enough to worry about.
Now with any purchase, catch a Cubs pen for only 99 cents, only at 76.
Your Better Buick dealers are on a roll. At a time when most model sales are down, Buick is up. Regal up 93%. Park Avenue up 37%. Skylark up 12%. And now, to keep the momentum rolling, your participating Better Buick dealers are offering a lease program with an unbeatable combination. No money down and low monthly payments for just 3 short years, which means you can drive a new Buick Century loaded with options for just $249 per month for a short 36 months and no money down. The deals keep rolling at your Better Buick dealer.
Some of the most important lessons aren't learned in a classroom. Help your child discover the joy of learning every day.
Harry Carey back at Wrigley Field. We're going to show you the pitch that Andy Van Slyke. Look at that. At the knees, a fastball to the inner portion of the plate. Not far in enough. And he really creamed this one.
We've talked many times about the low-end pitch not being a very good pitch to the left-hand hitters, especially the hot left-hand hitters, and Andy Van Slyke falls into that category.
Here's the Cub lineup: DeCenzo, Gray, Sandberg, Bell, Smith, Chico, Dunston, Wilkins, Bosky. And the defense against it in a moment. DeCenzo takes a curve. Bonds, Van Slyke, and Varsho are the only change in the outfield. Drabek pitching. He's won 6, lost 8. Ball 2.
Pretty much have to hope that the Pirates don't score 4 runs or more in this one, because when they do for Doug Drabek, he's 51-6 over his career with Pittsburgh.
Ball 3. 3 balls, no strike. Pirates scored first on Andy Van Slyke's home run. He's now 5 out of 7 in the series with 2 home runs. Ball 4. He walked him. DeCenzo walked on 4 pitches.
The Cubs know Doug Drabek very well at this point. This is the 4th time he started against him. And he's 0-2 this year with a very high 5.29 ERA, so they've handled him pretty well.
Could have been 0-3. I think he was the pitcher in the game that the kid pitched over there, Castillo. Mark Grace. Curveball low. Grace, 2 out of 5 last night. 8 out of 43, which is only a 186 batting average for the year against the Pirates. No homers, 5 RBI. There goes the runner. There's the peg, and he's in there with a stolen base. DeCenzo steals second.
Stolen base number 10 for Doug DeCenzo. He got a great jump against Doug Drabek. Mark Grace took the pitch, so you knew it wasn't a hit and run, and we'll watch the jump again. From the high scoreboard camera, you see DeCenzo getting about 3 or 4 steps, putting the pressure on Mike LaValliere, who makes a bad throw and no chance to get DeCenzo.
Now watch Grace. He'll be trying to pull the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Drabek knows this and was keeping the ball outside. He tried to pull a pitch over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strike.
Now with 2 strikes, all bets are off as far as trying to pull everything, and Barry Bonds is playing well off the line and left. Mark Grace usually hits the ball down that line in left field, and there's a lot of room for him to go there.
DeCenzo lead. Way outside. 2-2. Bell maneuvering a little bit behind DeCenzo. There's a long drive. It's going to be caught. DeCenzo will try to advance. He knows Varsho's arm is not a strong one, and he goes to third base after the catch.
Grace got the job done. He pulled the ball and pulled it deep enough. However, into that wind, it didn't go quite as far as he'd like. Varsho does not have the best arm around and takes a few steps to deliver the ball. So the Cubs have DeCenzo at third, the tying run with Rhino up.
Jackie Noel celebrating his 14th birthday here at the ballpark with his family. Here's Sandberg hitting .301, 13 homers, 43 RBI. Second to George Bell in the RBI on the team. 1 ball, no strikes. Tying run at third. Sandberg looped a little single to right to win the ball game last night. Strike called at the knee.
Sandberg's RBI high is 100. That was achieved last year, and if he stays in the number 3 spot, odds are that he's going to make a run at that, if not surpass that total.
Looks like Sandberg and Bell are going to hit 100 or more runs home. 1-1 pitch. There's a smash. Here he's trying to score now, and he's saved. Doug DeCenzo hesitated to make sure that Lean didn't catch the ball in the air. When he saw him hug it to his chest, he broke for the plate, and Lean made a high throw, and he is safe.
Goes his RBI number 44 for Ryne Sandberg. Goes as a fielder's choice and an RBI. DeCenzo putting the pressure on Jose Lean, and the throw is well up in the air. LaValliere has to go up. He can't come down in time to get DeCenzo. It's a tie ball game, and Sandberg is safe at first base.
No, Lean made a good decision because DeCenzo couldn't break right away. He had to wait until the ball hit the ground. Here's George Bell. Boy, the more you see this guy, the more you appreciate him. He gives you everything he's got. Every minute of the game. He doesn't run as well as some. He doesn't feel as well as some. But nobody tries more and nobody's a better hitter. Hitting .296, 15 homers, 47 RBI. There goes Sandberg. Swung. And it's a stolen base. I think it hit Sandberg on the side of the head. And then Lean also got hit.
I think it got Sandberg and Lean.
Off the helmet. The ball deflected. And it hurt both men.
It got Ryan Sandberg off the helmet, and I think it got Jose Lean right in the face. Goes as a stolen base, but we'll check the injury report. Sandberg and the ball arrives at the same time, and it hits right off the helmet and hand and right in the mouth of Jose Lean. So hopefully Sandberg and Lean will be okay, because that's a lot of talent shaken up in the infield.
Sandberg's 8th stolen base. He's still on his knees.
Looked like the hand, Harry. It looked like Rhino put his hand on his helmet, and that's what it bounced off. I think his head's okay, but it looked like it hit him in the throwing hand, and that's what Dave Salati is looking at, the hand and wrist. I'll watch him put his hand on his helmet right here. And it hit him on the top of the throwing hand and then right in the face of Lean.
Well, there's the franchise right there, men and women.
You are not kidding. And right now, Jim Essien, Jim Fry, and everybody associated with Cub baseball holding their breath to see how that's going to work out as far as the hand is concerned. And he's wearing a glove. That might have helped him. And hopefully it's just stinging him and he'll be okay.
Should have been a boxing glove.
He could have used a little more padding, is right.
I watch him trying to flex his hand.
Doesn't look like that hand is flexing very well.
Well, he's going to leave the field. Oh, boy. Well, it hasn't swollen much yet, but it will. The back of his hand and of his throwing hand. Boy, oh boy. Salazar will probably switch. Chico Walker to second base. Salazar will play third. Salazar is running now for Sandberg. There is no joy at Wrigley Field this particular moment. Just when your hopes are showing a little rise. 3 in a row. All right, here's Bell, runner at second. Game tied 1-1. Curveball into the dirt. Boy, when John Fierro wanted him to flex his hand, his fingers, you notice he tried, but nothing happened. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball inside. 2 balls and the strike. 1-1 tie. Man in scoring position. Bottom of the first.
Graybeck is having some problems with his location, and he's having some problems with the breaking ball, and let's see if the Cubs can take advantage of it.
Bell had 3 out of 5 last night. Safe at second base. Salazar is no Sandberg in any particular respect of this game. He has replaced perhaps the best all-around player in the game. 2 balls and a strike. High pop fly, easy out. Bell is angry at himself on that pitch. Bell pops out to Jose Lean.
In the absence of Andre Dawson, and he took a cortisone shot in his ailing shoulder, Dwight Smith has done quite a job. He's getting an opportunity to show what he can do. It's been a season where he hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities, but he's come on and swung the bat very well and has gotten some key RBIs.
Drove in a tying run yesterday for the second game in a row. Sharply hit, but Bell has it. And that retires the side. 1 run without a hit. At the end of 1, the game is tied at 1.
As we celebrate our nation's independence, let us all reflect for a moment on the immortal words of a great American.
You got the right one, baby.
Then crack open one of the new Diet Pepsi 4th of July celebration cans. They're festive, they're fun, and they're filled with delicious Diet Pepsi. Independence. Pretty cool, huh?
You got the right one, baby.
Not many things are more Chicago than United, but there are a few. United, proud to fly more Chicagoans than any other airline. Come fly the friendly skies.
Follow the personal trials of the people of Night Court.
Yeah, if I had a dime for every woman.
You can make a phone call.
Bull, trapped in a world he never made.
I'm just having one of those dreams where you show up to work in your underwear.
Dan, a man with sinister secrets.
There's a ladies' room right below this closet.
And Christine, a woman with needs.
I may have to lean on you now and then.
Share their special lives on Night Court.
Tonight at 6 on Channel 9.
It's one of the first lessons a child learns. Share what you have with someone who needs it.
Harry Carey back at Wrigley Field. We go on the top of the second. The score tied 1-1. Barry Bonds leading it off. Boy, the crowd really quiet as the assistant trainer Dave Salati walked off the field with Ryan Sandberg. I imagine Michael Schaefer, if he is in the ballpark, racing to the ballpark. Chico now moves to second base, I mentioned before. Salazar third. Barry Bonds 1 out of 5 last night. He's been held to a 129 batting average this year by the Cubs. He's only 5 hits and 39 times at bat. 1 of the 5 was a home run.
Fastball by Bosky, a good one, and if he starts changing speeds on it, it'll look even better.
There's a drive, center field. Nobody will catch this ball. Desenzo dive for it. Here goes Bonds on his way to third. A triple by Barry Bonds, a line drive. Desenzo dived for the ball, but got his glove on it, couldn't hold it.
That's the 3rd triple of the year for Barry Bonds. This changeup was up too high and out over the plate, and Bonds rifled it into left center field. A valiant effort by Doug Desenzo, but he comes up a little short. When the relay throw is mishandled, it makes it easier for Bonds, who probably would have gone in at third anyway because of his great speed.
Now Varsho, ex-Cub, Greetings from the Whiting girls, Bessie and Anna Urin. And they send up some Slovak Rashki cookies, I guess you call them. There's a drive. Way back. Might be out of here. Could be. It is on the first pitch. Boy, oh boy, he's getting hit harder today than ever. Home run for Gary Varsho. 3-1 lead for the Pirates.
That's the first major league home run for Gary Varsho. Came on the first pitch. He now has 7 RBIs, and just like that, the Pirates reclaim the lead. Sean Bosky is shocked here in the second inning. He's given up a couple of bombs.
So, Varsho, a very popular guy with the Chicago organization. Playing now, though, for Pittsburgh, a 2-run homer. Another hit. Another pitch, another hit. A line single to left by Lavalier. Well, here's the first pitch to Varsho. Fastball right below the letters, inner portion of the plate, into the right field bleacher.
Billy Connors coming out to have a word with Sean Bosky. Nobody up in the bullpen, and Bosky realizes that he's got to tighten his belt, forget about what happened, and go get him. He's had no luck with the Pittsburgh Pirates over the course of his brief career. And on the other side of the coin, biting the hand that once fed him, a very happy Gary Varsho. Let's take a look at the home run again. It's out over the plate, and Varsho, who is a good hitter but not known for much long ball power, shows you he's got some power.
You know, Varsho and his lovely wife have been trying to have a baby for quite a while, and finally she is pregnant. Do you think maybe they might name the baby, if it's a boy, Homer?
I think
that's his first major league home run.
Kay would have something to say about that.
There's a strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lavalier, who had 2 out of 4 last night. These Pirates hit the Cubs very hard. Here's Lean. Swung and he missed. Leaned against the Cubs, has had 1 home run and 4 runs batted in. He drove in 3 with his home run.
Leaned is grounded into a whopping 13 double plays this year. So if Bosky can keep it down, it can be done.
Another hit. He can't get anybody out. Line single to left. That is 4 hits in a row. Nobody warming up.
Jim Essien, who used 4 pitchers last night compared to 7 used by Pittsburgh, at least at this point, has pretty much a sparse bullpen. Now he's got the availability today late in the game of Dave Smith, who threw before the game and reported that John Fierro and the Cubs staff designed a knee wrap for him, and apparently he's feeling pretty good, so he would be available late in the game.
He's clipped Slocum trotting down, and the crowd cheers for him. Out of the last 6 men who batted, here's the bunt faked by Drayback. Of the last 6 men, 2 homered, 1 tripled, 2 singled, and 1 fly deep and out.
Drayback is going to lay it down, but if he does bunt through it, Wilkins has got a good enough arm to pick off Lavalier at second base. Slow running catcher might try to get a little bigger lead. Let's see if they go that way.
There goes the runner. Hit and run. Dwight Smith coming in, makes the cut. In front of DeCenzo, 1 away. The runners return to their bases. Here's Orlando Merced, he started the ball game with a single, was erased in a double play, and then Slyke homered, and Mania flied out to end the first. Bonds opened the second with a triple, scored when Varsho got his first major league home run. Lavalier and Lean both hit safely. Drabek popped out. 3-1 in favor of the Pirates. Slice the pitch into the upper deck.
When the season started, Jim Leland had big trouble at first base. He was rotating everyone at that position, and the answer was in his minor league system. That was Orlando Merced. He's a switch hitter. He's got pretty good speed. He stole 14 bases last year, and a lot of power from the left side, if not from the right.
Line drive center field. Base hit for Merced. Another run's racing for the plate. Merced single to center. The crowd, there's nobody warmed up. They went down to the bullpen, but nobody working in the crowd. A little unhappy about the whole thing.
18th RBI as Bosky gets a breaking ball out over the plate, and Merced ropes it into center field. Here comes Lavalier. Not exactly streaking around, but scoring easily, leaving runners at first and second in a big inning for the Pirates.
That is the 5th hit this inning, the 7th hit. We're only in the 2nd inning, and there's only one out. Here's Jay Bell taking his strike call. 4-1 in favor of the Pirates, who have their ace Doug Drabek on the hill. Inside, ball 1, strike 1. Lean the long lead at second. Likewise, Merced at first. There's a looping ball going to be caught. And Dwight Smith tried for a double play but couldn't get it. Bell looped a liner to Dwight Smith. 2 gone. Here's Andy Van Slyke.
When you're swinging like Andy Van Slyke has been swinging the last 3 games, you can't wait to get to the batter's box. And just as soon as that ball was thrown into second base, Andy was digging in and ready to go.
4-1 Pirates. Van Slyke, 5 out of 7 in the series, 2 homers included. There's a high pop foul out of play. Not only 2 homers, 3 RBIs last night, 1 tonight today. Two men out, 3 runs in. 4-1 Pittsburgh. There's a foul outside first base. Andy Van Slyke, originally with the St. Louis Cardinals. He and Mike Lavalier. And a pitcher named Dunn. I think the White Sox have him now. Okay. 0-2 the count. Fastball high. It turned out to be a big trade for the Pirates. Tony Pena went to the Cardinals. Pena now catching for the Red Sox. And Lavalier and Van Slyke are stars with Pittsburgh. Fouled it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White Sox scored a big victory in Minnesota last night, beating the Twins, also in an extra inning game. And Carlton Fisk, the big star, swung and he struck him out. A slider into the dirt. That's what he's got to do, is make him swing at bad balls. The good balls, they hit hard. We go in the bottom of the second, 4-1 in favor of Pittsburgh.
Thanks to research funded by the Leukemia Society, lives that once were without hope are slowly being turned around. Please call, because when there's help, there's hope.
Shine the lights on you, shine the lights on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Shine the lights on this, shine the lights on that. Oh, shining all the others is where Bud Lights at.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud.
Got a second? Play Illinois baseball, the lottery's new instant game. You could walk off with up to $250 in cash. So, if you got a second, play this instant.
Save on Cutter insect repellent. 6-ounce can, sprays in any direction. Only $2.97 each. Sport Mart guarantees Cutter for less.
Sport Mart, all the way you play.
She's an angel in a living hell.
You're a hell of a lot of trouble, lady.
And he's her last prayer, the Lion of Africa. Wednesday night at 7.
Harry Carey and Steve Stone. Here's Chico Walker leaving it off. Ground ball, deep shot, going to be a base hit. Jay Bell went to his right but couldn't come up with the ball. I doubt if he could have thrown him out anyhow.
Actually, Jay Bell overran this ball. He thought it was going to be a little further to his right than it was. Chico with good speed would have undoubtedly beat it, but watch Bell. He overruns it really and has to reach back and has the ball hit the heel of the glove. So the Cubs in good shape here, trying to peck away at Doug Drabek.
There's Dunston, 1 out of 5 last night, hitting .236. He's hitting only .125 for the year against the Pirates. 5 out of 40. No homers, 3 RBIs, and he's about due to hit one against them. There's a pitch in there, a strike call. He was going to bunt, hoping for a hit. Well, the Cubs are behind 5-2 last night. And came back to win. But that was with Sandberg. Who was one of the big reasons they won. A 2-run homer and then the game-winning hit. Sandberg drove in a run in this game, the only run the Cubs have, and that was Hurts stealing second base. We're waiting for a report on him. Popped up. Easy out. Merced there. 1 away. That brings up Rick Wilkins. He's 6 out of 10 against the Pirates for the year. 3 of his 6 hits have been home runs. 1 in each game he played in Pittsburgh.
Wilkins looking better and better. He's getting a lot more playing time. He's getting to learn the National League pitchers. It's going to be a little more difficult for him first time around, but then again, they don't know him either. What he has shown the Pirates is pretty good power to all fields. He hit the ball out of the park in Pittsburgh to both left and right field.
Curve just missed the outside corner. Walker reacted as if he had a notion to go change his mind. 1 ball, no strikes, 4-1 Pittsburgh.
Wilkins so far representing one of the most valuables of all commodities in the major leagues, and you can count him on one very small hand, and that is power hitting, left-hand hitting catchers.
There he goes. Again, he started to go and then changed his mind. Walker, maybe he's just decoying. Ball 2. Sean Nabotsky will be next. He's in the on-deck circle. There goes Chico. Drive foul. Boy, he got out in front of that and hit it very hard. But foul.
There's a fan with a souvenir, and a hard-fought souvenir, because that was a rocket into the seats.
Hey, the apartment house with the condo sign. They got a couple viewers up there all of a sudden. A little bit low, ball 3. There they are. I wonder if they bought a condo. It doesn't look like they did.
Now, if you send Walker on 2-0, you pretty much have to send him 3-1, but you got to beware of the good move by Drabek. If he thinks he's going to go over to first.
Three balls and the strike. Chico Walker got back quickly. 3-1 the count. Chico doesn't go along. Good thing with that. They still may get doubled. He did. He did not run. Wilkins hit a line drive, and it looked like he made a good move not going. Still had got too far off first base and was doubled up. At the end of 2, the Pirates lead 4-1.
Cub fans, when visiting Wrigley Field, avoid the construction on Lakeshore Drive and ride the CTA. It's the quick and convenient way to get to Wrigley Field. All trains stop at the Addison Street station on game days, and buses stop right outside the Wrigley Field gates. For route information, call 312-836-7000.
Mostly shrimp. Only shrimp. The only thing I would like to eat is shrimp. It has matzo ball soup. That drinky stuff. It's red and has meatballs, and I like cooked potatoes. Vitamin A, B, C, D. Iron. Little spicy stuff.
For great family recipes and supermarket values, get the food guide only in Thursday's Chicago Tribune.
We forgot about apple juice.
Attenzione, prego.
Cos'è questa cosa qua? Mi sembra una cosa veramente strana.
It's a hot 35mm camera from Canon.
Just a camera.
Sembra sospetto.
The Canon Fotura.
Camera.
With futuristic flash, automatic one-hand control, and long-range power zoom lens. Fotura.
You have to come with us.
It's just a camera.
Please.
The Fotura from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
A
Participating advertiser in Cubs baseball is United Airlines, official airline of the Chicago Cubs and the moving force behind Chicago's business.
Harry Carey back in the ballpark. That was Sharon Panazzo, the publicity director of the Cubs, announcing that Sandberg was hit on the fingers of the right hand. He's being taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital for x-rays and further attention, where Dr. Schaefer is probably waiting for him right now. There's a fly ball, left field, curving. It is in foul territory into the stand.
There's not really much of an excuse for getting doubled off if you're not running. Chico Walker wasn't running, and the line drive is hit right at Bell, and still they get the double play. You know, the Cubs have played, of their 76 previous games, 58 have been decided by 2 runs or less. So you can't really afford a lot of base running mistakes, especially against Doug Drabek.
Hot smash foul. 0-2. Ryne Sandberg, in case you joined us late, after driving in, the Cubs only run with a ground ball. Stole second. The catcher, Mike Lavalier's throw hit him on the fingers as he slid. There's a drive way back. Might be out of here. Up against the wall. Fair ball. And there goes Bonilla on his way to third there. Long throw. And he is safe on a close play. Great arm by Dwight Smith.
What a great throw by Dwight Smith. And this one hit the wagon gate out there in right field. Bounced away from Smith. And Bobby Bonilla is showing some surprising speed. His second triple of the year. Watch how far back this ball comes. It just misses going out of the ballpark. Then it bounds away from Dwight. Now he really pours it on, barehands it, and fires the ball to third base, and they just miss getting Bonilla.
Just about a foot the other way, he'd have been out. Boy, oh boy, all they've hit off Bosky so far, 2 triples and 2 homers and 4 singles. 8 hits.
Infield in at all 4 positions. And Jim Essien needs some innings out of Sean Bosky, and the way he's going, he's not going to get him.
Barry Bonds. There's a drive, but it's going to go foul. He hit the ball hard. Boy, these guys look like they know everything that's coming. They're loose up there. They're not fooled on anything. There's a pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, a runner at third base. The outfield straight away and deep. Line, oh, what a catch. Chico Walker's almost knocked down by the power of the line drive. He leaped and caught the ball.
The Pirates continue to just crush the ball. This is as hard hit as any of them. With the infield in, Chico Walker goes up high and pulls this one down, almost having his glove go out to the outfield with the ball. Another high pitch. Walker saves a run.
There's Gary Varsho. He got his first major league home run, the second. He fakes the throw over to third. I think he forgot there was nobody on first. It looked like that was that play where he fakes to third. He's going to whirl and throw to first. A high fly ball. DeCenzo, watch this race. Here's a throw. Got a chance to get him. Slides across the plate. Varsho drives in his 3rd run of the day.
First sacrifice fly of the year for Gary Varsho, RBI number 8, and I can't believe that Gary Varsho had many 3 RBI days in the major leagues. Watch the throw hop over the head of Wilkins. Doesn't really have much of a chance of cutting down Bonilla, and so it's a 5-1 game.
Varsho went into this game with 5 RBIs. He's already got 3. He now has 8 for the season. Here's Lavaglia. Oh, boy. Lavaglia doesn't say anything. He just walks to first base.
Bobby Bonilla not very happy with that high fastball, and Jim Leland not very happy with it.
He's really letting Bosky have it. Swung and he missed. Lavaglia hit by a pitch ball. And here is Lean now. Strike call.
That's about as hot as you'll see Jim Leland, and he is mighty hot.
There's a pitch low inside, outside. Leland very upset. Ground ball, left field, another hit. Lean singles to left.
Well, with nobody warming up in the bullpen, Sean Bosky is due to lead off in the Cub half of the 3rd inning, and that should be an interesting at bat.
The most runs that Gary Varsho has ever driven in the major leagues was 6th in '89 for the Cubs. Grayback fouls a pitch back. There's a ball club in first place. You don't expect them to look kindly on one of their players being thrown at.
Well, they know one thing. They can ill afford to lose Mike Lavaglia.
Look at that.
This one behind him, and usually when you throw it there, you're going to get somebody.
0-2 the count. Runners are on first and second. 2 out. Foul bagged. Grayback has hit a homer this year for the Pirates. 5-1 Pittsburgh. Fouled it back. Boy, he's having some pretty good cuts up there. Top of the 3rd. Off the pitcher's glove, he picks it up, throws the first to retire the side. So 1 run out of all that. 2 hits, 2 left. We go in the bottom of the 3rd, 5-1 Pirates.
This 4th of July, find a Budman inside packages of Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry Draft.
Man, are we going to spend the 4th boxed up in here? No!
You could win one of thousands of prizes.
What kind of prizes you guys got?
I got a Jeep.
All right. Hey, I got a towel.
Oh.
Okay, I got a plan. Toss the towel in the Jeep and pick me up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, she got the Jeep. Okay, plan B. We raid the snack aisle.
Nothing beats a Bud.
Man!
Since 1951, Hudsons have won 79 NASCAR competitions, Plymouths 190, and Chevrolets 341. And one gasoline has fueled more of these than all other brands combined. 76. The same quality and winning spirit also goes into the one car we care about fueling most, yours.
Now with any purchase, catch a Cubs pen for only 99 cents, only at 76.
Better Buick dealers and the Chicago Cubs. Together once again this year, at home and on the road.
Harry Carey back at Wrigley Field. There's Doug Drabek talking to his manager, Jimmy Leland, before taking mound. The first man he'll face will be Sean Bosky.
Now, no warning was issued by Bruce Fremming. If a warning had been issued, and then any intent on the part of Drabek, then he would be thrown out of the game. But with no warning issued, you wonder what will happen in this at bat.
I have a feeling that Leland said, "Let me get mad. You just keep your cool out there. Don't get involved in a throwing contest." And here we'll soon know. Bosky, a pretty good hitting pitcher. He too has hit a home run this year. Bouncing ball. Bonilla has it. Goes the first one away.
You know, here Earl Weaver have an interesting philosophy on just this situation. He hated to see any of his Baltimore pitchers throw to anybody, because all he kept seeing in his mind's eye was either Lee May or Kenny Singleton or Al Bumbry or one of the stars getting hit in the elbow. The Orioles were always in contention. They were always around first place. He didn't want to see one of his starters in a beanball war get lost to the team for 6 weeks. Maybe Leland has taken the same approach. You never know, but we'll have to see as this one winds down.
One out. DeCenzo walked and scored the only Cub run. Strike call. 0-1 the count. Fouls the pitch off. There's sort of a pile of gloom over the ballpark right now that seems to have been existing ever since Sandberg left with the injury that he suffered on his right hand. Ground ball, foul.
Well, you can believe that everyone associated with the Cub organization is pretty much holding their breath to find out the result of those x-rays. He was hit between the 4th and 5th fingers on the right hand. And hopefully it got a little more meat than bone, but there's not a lot of meat in that area to protect you. He was wearing the batting glove, however, and that might have helped.
A little bit outside. Bruce Fremming. Hey, we haven't heard from him about his umpiring school.
Well, strange you should say that.
You just got a message from him, huh?
On the high-speed sports writer, Harry. There it came out.
Become a professional umpire. Spend January in sunny Florida learning from America, the National League's finest. Joe Brinkman of the American League, Bruce Fremming of the National League. Bruce working the plate here today. Drop this card in the mail for a brochure. Since 1973, 36 of 53 Major League umpires have graduated from this school. Now, the phone number you call, put this down if you want to be an umpire. You can call them and get the brochure yourself. 407 is the area code. 639-1515 is the phone number. Bouncing ball, fair. Merced to the pitcher covering, 2 out.
Drabek did that very well, because when a first baseman goes in back of the bag, what a pitcher has to do is round off his charge to first base and then come up even with a line and turn into fair territory. This is a clinic for all you young pitchers out there. Watch Drabek. He gets over in a hurry. Watch what happens when he gets to the bag. You don't want to get involved with a runner. You step on the inside part of the bag and come to the fair part of the territory. Good play by Merced. Good play by Drabek.
Here's Mark Grace, 2 out, nobody on. Pitch low. I'm going to repeat that umpire phone number one more time. Area code 407. The number 639-1515. Two out, nobody on. A little bit low. Tom Brenneman will be along at the end of this inning. 5-1 in favor of the Pirates. Outside, ball 3. Boy, this is a kind of a day. You needed a pretty good pitching job against Drabek. He's struggling too. Strike call. He's allowed only 1 hit, that on the infield, though, by Chico Walker. There's a ground ball. Lean's got it over to first. Easy out. 1, 2, 3. Harry Carey at Wrigley Field, where at the end of 3, it's the Pirates 5 and the Cubs 1.
We really missed you, man. Really. You would have laughed all night long. It was your kind of thing.
You made me laugh. It was so embarrassing.
I haven't seen him in years. It was great. He still cracks me up.
Tell you one more time because I think I liked it.
I just stood there. Well, we just stood there, yeah.
No one helps you share the feelings like AT&T Long Distance.
I wish you could have been here, too.
AT&T, all you need to reach out.
Ready, aim, get fire in an instant with the Scripto Aim and Flame disposable butane torch from True Value hardware stores. It's good for thousands of lights, has an electric ignition and an adjustable flame. You can use it indoors too. In July, the Scripto Aim and Flame is just $227 while supplies last at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Officially, we don't know what the heck it is.
All I can say about this, it feels good.
Ladies, chill out.
You could poke someone's eye out like that.
Yeah, they're out there having fun in that warm California sun.
Remember that small voice in your head that told you when you were wrong? Without that small voice, a little crime can become a big crime. Let's teach our children to listen.
Hello again, everybody. Along with our producer-director Arnie Harris and Steve Stone, I'm Tom Brenneman on a gorgeous day at Wrigley Field. Pirates leading 5-1, and they have brought their hitting shoes against Bosky in this one.
Jim Essien needs some innings out of Sean Bosky. They're trailing by 4. You've got Drabek on the mound. They've beaten him twice this year, Tom, but I think 5 runs might be enough the way Drabek is throwing today.
Well, we told you before, when given 4 runs or more in a Pirates uniform through his career, Drabek a 51-6 record. Count of 2 balls and 1 strike on leadoff man, the first baseman Orlando Merced, who's 2 for 2 and has knocked in a run. Count goes to 3-1 on the outside.
Merced, one of the unsung heroes for the Pirates, a man who has filled the void at first base and filled it pretty well.
Bell will follow, and then Andy Van Slyke. And there's a drive down the right field line. It is fair and going to the wall. Merced on his way to second. He is coming to third. The relay throw, and they do not hit the cutoff man. And for the third inning in a row, the Pirates had led off with a triple.
Merced has got very good speed. That's his second triple of the year. You can usually go a week without seeing 3 triples, and we've seen 3 triples in the same game. This one down the line, Merced crushes it. He's 3 for 3 with an RBI. As it rattles around in the corner, Orlando turns it on and goes all the way to third when the cutoff throw gets away. And once again, the infield in at all 4 positions.
10 base hits for the Pirates already, and we've just begun the 4th inning. And there is number 11, a run-scoring single by Jay Bell. Every man in the Pirates lineup has a base hit in this game with the exception of Drabek.
Well, I would think now the bullpen has got to get up. The fans here in Chicago a little restless at this point as Sean Bosky has had better days than this one. The Pirates hitting everything in sight like they know exactly what's coming. Bob Scanlon now sitting down, and Heathcliff Slocum getting ready in a hurry.
Slocum pitched an inning in last night's ball game. He allowed 1 base hit. Cubs got tremendous relief pitching last night. 6 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball by Slocum, Ossenmacher, and Scanlon.
Gina Orlick along with Donna Orlick. Gina from Maui, Hawaii on hand. Bruce, Ron, and Mary Berman are here from Harlem Furniture. And the Frimmel family from Cleveland, Ohio here today. My old hometown. Didn't know the Frimmels, however.
1 on, none out. 1 run in. Pirates in front 6-1, and here's Van Slyke. He looks at ball 1. Andy hit a home run in last night's game, one of 4 base hits to match a career high. It was the 7th time he had done it. And he has a home run in this ball game, and he's also struck out. 2 balls and no strikes with Bonilla on deck.
Well, the Cubs are really going to have to put a clamp on this Pittsburgh offense because we're heading into DeCenzo territory. And Doug says he doesn't want to get involved in any more games because that means that the Cubs are well out of it.
Hit hard but pulled foul. Man down there had to get the heck out of the way. Pirates are running the first. Cubs tied it without a hit in the bottom of the first. Pirates 3 runs on 5 hits in the second. A run on a couple of hits in the third. Merced a leadoff triple in the fourth, and Bell knocks him in with a single. Pirates roll in with the best record in all of baseball. 45 wins, 28 losses. They are also baseball's best road team. There goes a runner. And it's ball 4 to Van Slyke. Hard to believe. That is the first walk issued by Bosky today.
Not really. The Pirates haven't allowed him to throw many pitches. They keep whacking whatever he's thrown up there. And here comes Jim Essien. Very disappointing outing for Sean Bosky, who got a chance to move back into the starting rotation when Mike Bilecki came up with some forearm problems. The report on Bilecki is he might be able to go as soon as Saturday, but Jim Fry said they're thinking about using the All-Star break along with this break to make sure the arm of Bilecki is healthy. So Sean Bosky coming out, Slocum coming in.
And we'll be back right after this.
He's got rhythm, he's got soul, and all of Mayberry's singing along.
We're in trouble. Barney's terrible.
Strike up the band for a week of Mayberry musical magic.
Acapella, acapella.
It's hip.
Right, Chicky baby.
It's classic.
Sort of a symphony, isn't it?
It's thrilling.
Whale Falmaloo hears about this. She'll be thrilled.
Sing along with Barney. All this week at 6:30 on Channel 9.
She's an angel of mercy in a living hell.
These people are very real to me, and they're dying.
And her last prayer is a lowlife with high ambitions.
Where the hell would you get this?
Together, they're travelers in an untamed world.
Sweat, I've got everything under control.
In a saga set against the wilds of Africa.
You're a hell of a lot of trouble, lady.
Brian Dennehy and Brooke Adams, the Lion of Africa.
Wednesday night at 7 on Channel 9.
Pirates 6, Cubs 1 in the fourth inning with nobody out and runners at first and second. And now on to pitch. No, the Cubs won't give up. although they're trailing by 5 in this one. The new pitcher is right-hander Heathcliff Slocum.
And the Cubs showed last night that they wouldn't give up. They played a pretty tough ball game and played it for over 4.5 hours before subduing the Pirates. That was a big game, and you'd think on the road after a loss that was somewhat crushing for the Pirates, they would be a little lethargic today, especially with a short turnaround, and that hasn't been the case. So we look at the numbers of Heathcliff Slocum. 1-1. The ERA very good at 2.20. On for the 39th time, and Slocum picked up an inning last night. He threw the 8th inning, as a matter of fact, gave up a hit and no runs.
Here's Bobby Bonilla. 1 for 2, tripled his last trip, and that ball is fouled off straight back. It's hard to believe these Pirates with that stellar record. They've been in first place for almost 70 consecutive days. And you look around their lineup, certainly the big three, Van Slyke, Bonilla, and Bonds. None you would expect is headed for the All-Star game. And yet, this team has put together the best record in all of baseball, and they've done it as a team.
Although it seems like because of some of the crushing losses in Pittsburgh by the Cubs to this team that the Pirates have dominated the Cubs, that really hasn't been the case this year. They've played 11 games, this being the 12th. Pittsburgh holds a 6-5 lead. But this is the only club in the East that has somewhat curtailed the Pirates' juggernaut. The Pirates 28-10 against the East and just 6-5 against the Cubs. So the Cubs have played very well against them, and not many other clubs in the East have. They've killed Montreal. The Pirates 8-1 against them, 6-0 against Philadelphia. So they've made life miserable for most of the Eastern Division.
1 ball and 1 strike, and a ground ball to Walker at second base. Goes to Dunston for 1, and that will be all.
Dunston taking a long look at Andy Van Slyke, who came in very hard at second base. This is a clean slide because Andy went to the bag, but he was making sure that Dunston doesn't turn a pair, and Van Slyke accelerating. Now Sean has a look at him, but it's a clean play by Van Slyke.
2 on, 1 down. Pirates leading 6-1 in the 4th inning. And Barry Bonds steps in. Bonds on the afternoon has tripled to left center and scored. And he has also hit a screaming line drive that almost undressed Chico Walker. There was so much momentum when he hit that ball to Walker that when it went into the web of his glove, it actually tossed him back about 2 feet.
That generally prompts somebody in the infield yelling to get the married men off the infield when a guy hits the ball that hard. That was a rocket. That might have been the hardest hit ball of the day. Unfortunately, Bonds didn't get it up higher.
1-0 with Bell at third and Bonilla at first. And a fly ball shallow center field. DeCenzo in, Dunston out. Sean's going to make the catch, and tagging coming home is Van Slyke. Here's a throw, not in time. Boy, Sean's got to let DeCenzo make that catch.
There is no doubt about that, Tom. That is Doug DeCenzo's ball. Normally Dunston takes everything, but DeCenzo's facing the play. Dunston's going away from the play. Even though Sean has the better arm, he has much the more difficult throw. It goes as a very short sacrifice fly. Sean's got to give ground here. You see the 2 or 3 extra steps after he caught the ball, and you've got the mound to contend with, and Jay Bell scores. That run charged to Sean Bosky, and it's now a 6-run Pirate lead.
Varsho's had a big time today. He's knocked in 3 at his first major league home run in the 2nd inning. A 2-run shot to right. Had a sac fly RBI in the 3rd. Strike 1.
RBI number 47 for Barry Bonds.
Oh and 1, and a foul tip into the mid of Wilkins. With 47 RBIs, Bonds is now tied with George Bell and Eddie Murray for 10th place in the league. Howard Johnson leads with 57. Will Clark 56. And John Kruk of the Phillies has 54.
Wasn't too long ago when everybody pointed to Barry Bonds and said, well, he's a good player, but, and the but was he didn't drive in any runs. Well, the fact was that he was a #1 hitter. you don't drive in many runs at the top, so they dropped him down in the order. Now he is driving in a lot of runs, and all the butts are gone. Last year, driving in 114 runs for Bonds.
Beautiful day to be out on the lake. Varsho, a drive into deep left center field. DeCenzo giving chase near the wall. He cannot get it. It's off the ivy. Rounding third and headed home is Bonilla. Varsho into third base. That is the 4th triple for the Pirates today. And it is now a big-time lead. Pirates have scored 3 in the inning and lead it 8-1.
Varsho with his 4th RBI. The Varsho family should put this one in a time capsule. Gary with a major league high. 4 triples. Unbelievable in this ballpark. Ball bounds away, and here comes Varsho coasting into third base. 9 RBIs this year.
Mike LaValliere singled and scored in the second. Hit by the pitch from Bosky in the third.
1 strikeout, 2 home runs, 1 hit batter. 3+ innings, 11 hits, 8 runs.
Close the book on Sean Bosky. That ERA, he started at 4.70, and it is ballooning by the moment. 3+ innings, 11 hits, 8 runs, all 8 earned. He walked 1, fanned 1. Pirates in front 8-1. And now you can make it 9-1 as LaValliere knocks in a run, scoring Varsho.
RBI number 18 for Mike LaValliere. A diving attempt by Mark Grace comes up a little short, and the Pirates are pouring it on. High fastball, inner portion of the plate. LaValliere hits it well, and LaValliere hitting over 290.
Here's Jose Lean, the 8th man to bat in this inning. He swings and misses. Lean is 2 for 2, a pair of singles into left field. In each of the 3 previous series between the Cubs and Pirates this season, the team that has won the first contest has gone on to lose the remaining games in the series. Sean Bosky's ERA now sits at 5.31 after today's outing. 2 balls and 1 strike with Drabek on deck. Pirates 9 runs, 13 hits. The Cubs 1 run and 1 hit. 2 down with LaValliere at first base. And it's in the dirt to Lean, 3-1. Very quiet crowd. It's been pretty much miserable from the start. Strike called, full count to Lean.
I think the big story today has got to be the results of the X-rays to Ryan Sandberg, who left the ball game early, getting hit on the hand on a throw by Mike LaValliere, and we'll have to wait to get the results of those X-rays. Not much that's going to happen here today is as important as what happens there.
Runner goes on a 3-2 pitch. Dunston deep in the hole, will have to let it fly, and it gets away from Grace. On to third base is LaValliere. Lean will stay at first.
It's going to be a base hit. Now the official scorer has to decide if he wants to charge Sean Dunston with an error, allowing LaValliere to go to third. If he does, it will be his 12th error of the year. We'll take another look at it. Dunston sets up. It's a long throw, and Lean does have decent speed, if not great speed. The throw is wide. And that's exactly the way it's going to be scored. A single, the 3rd of the day by Lean, the team's 50th error in the 12th by Sean Dunston, allowing LaValliere to go to third.
And here's Doug Drabek, the only man in the Pirates order without a base hit. And he looks at strike 1. Drabek is fly to right and bounce to the pitcher. Pirates in front 9-1. They have LaValliere at third base. Jose leaned over at first. And a ball on a swing and a miss gets away from Wilkins, and going on to second base is Lean. LaValliere stays at third.
Ball is down. It's either going to go as a 7th wild pitch, and that's exactly what it does. Number 7 for Heathcliff Slocum.
So runners now at second and third, 2 out. 0-2 to Drabek and Slocum off the rubber. Someone before too long will make a run at the Pirates. Cardinals are only 5 back. The Mets 5.5 back. And then the Cubs in fourth, 11.5 games behind. Broken bat floater to Dunston. He has it. And the inning is over. But the Pirates come up with 4 runs, 5 base hits, 1 error, 2 left. We're in the middle of the fourth. And the Pirates rolling at 9-1.
Nissan 240SX and every other award-winning Nissan is on its way to the Nissan Summer Challenge. Go ahead. Try to find a better car than this award-winning Maxima. Or this powerful Stanza. Nice day for a test drive, eh? For the best deals on the best cars, see your Chicagoland Nissan dealer. And take the Nissan Summer Challenge today.
This 4th of July, find a Budman inside packages of Budweiser, Bud Light, and Bud Dry Draft.
Man, are we going to spend the 4th boxed up in here?
No! You could win one of thousands of prizes.
What kind of prizes you guys got?
I got a Jeep.
All right.
Hey, I got a towel!
Oh.
Okay, I got a plan. Toss the towel in the Jeep and pick me up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, she got the Jeep!
Okay, plan B. We raid the snack aisle.
Nothing beats a Bud Man!
Barney Fife with the last word on giraffes.
Boy, giraffes are selfish.
The Emancipation Proclamation.
There's these folks. How else was they going to get themselves emancipated unless there was a proclamation? Use your head, man.
And the Andy Griffith Show on Channel 9.
Biggest thing ever happened in Mayberry. Real big. Big. Big, big.
It's going to be big.
Oh, big ain't the word for it.
The Andy Griffith Show.
Tonight at 5 and 6:30.
Loneliness is ageless. But the gift of time builds a bridge across the years. Teach your children to treasure the generations.
The flag's a mirror of the standings in the National League. You see the Western Division, Dodgers, Reds, Braves, Padres, Giants, Astros. And then over on the other side of the East, where it's the Pirates, Cardinals, Mets, Cubs, Expos, and Phillies. 9-1 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the fourth.
Looking at the clouds, doesn't appear that this one's going to get rained out.
Doug Drabek on the mound. He has only allowed 1 base hit, and that was an infield hit to Chico Walker, leading off the Cubs' second. Salazar took over for Sandberg when he had to leave. Sandberg stealing second base. Throw by Mike LaValliere hit him in his right hand in between the 4th and 5th fingers. And Sandberg was lifted and taken on for x-rays at Northwestern Memorial Hospital, and we certainly are hoping for the best. Check swing roller back to Drabek. 1 away.
Birthday greetings to great Cub fans Marcy and Mark Singer. And one of our young Cub fans is in attendance today, 9-year-old Julie Boylan. She's here with her mother, Jackie Boylan.
Drabek trying to get back to 500. Harkey and Sutcliffe trying to get healthy, along with Mike Bilecki to the left of your picture. Bilecki a strained right elbow. He was supposed to have been the starter against his former team today, but Bosky instead got the call, and he was done after 3+.
Sutcliffe says he feels pretty good, and he's going to throw one more simulated game, and then they'll decide when to pitch him and at what minor league over the All-Star break he expects to get a start. The news not too good for Danny Jackson. Apparently still suffering the effects of the groin pull. It's moved into his stomach. He's got some abdominal problems, and they just keep pushing him back.
He's no longer day-to-day. He's due to come off the disabled list on Friday. Jim Essien summed it up by saying Jackson is now listed as week to week. 3-0 to count. 3-1 now to George Bell.
Good news from Dave Smith. He's got a brace on his leg now. Said he would be available to pitch today. At this point, it doesn't look like there's going to be many save situations in this one. But Dave Smith said he was ready to go, and he looked pretty good before the game today.
3-1 to Bell, and he cannot catch up with that pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Almost have to give a medical update the way this season has gone for the Cubs, particularly on that pitching staff.
John Fierro and Dave Salati, the 2 trainers, have certainly had their hands full and more this year.
3-2 to Bell, and a ground ball deep in the hole. Bell fields, good throw to Merced, 2 away.
I'd like to extend a happy belated birthday to Kevin Barron and his sister Mary Kay Barron.
Pirates are in front 9-1. Each team with a run in the first inning, but then the Pirates have laid it on. 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth. 2 down and the base is empty for Dwight Smith. Beautiful breaking ball in that outside corner.
Draybeck started this ball game with very shaky stuff, but a lot of runs will loosen a pitcher up quite a bit.
One of the reasons for Draybeck's downfall of sorts, at least as far as his record is concerned, is that first inning. He has allowed now 12 first inning runs in his 17 starts. Now you look back to 1990 when he went 22-6, and he allowed a total of 8 first inning runs in 33 starts. So the first inning more times than not this year has done him in. Fly ball straightaway center, routine for Van Slyke. And another 1-2-3 inning for Doug Draybeck. We played 4 in Chicago. Pirates 9, Cubs 1.
Your better Buick dealers are on a roll. At a time when most model sales are down, Buick is up. Regal up 93%. Park Avenue up 37%. Skylark up 12%. And now, to keep the momentum rolling, your participating better Buick dealers are offering a lease program with an unbeatable combination. No money down and low monthly payments for just 3 short years, which means you can drive a new Buick Century loaded with options for just $249 per month for a short 36 months and no money down. The deals keep rolling at your better Buick dealer.
Not many things are more Chicago than United, but there are a few. United, proud to be Chicago's hometown airline. Come fly the friendly skies.
This fantasy is brought to you by 76. Since 1951, we've fueled more NASCAR winners than all other brands combined. And we put that same winning spirit into gasolines for your car.
And that was a fine piece of driving. Oh, but nothing. What's that, Murph? Nothing.
Now with any purchase, catch a Cubs pen for only 99 cents. Only at 76.
Bull, trapped in a world he never made.
I'm glad to see somebody's finally checking the suggestion box.
On Night Court.
Tonight at 6 on Channel 9.
A participating advertiser in Cubs baseball is Canon, official camera of the Chicago Cubs.
Back with Steve Stone, I'm Tom Brenneman. We begin the 5th inning with the Pirates in front of the Cubs 9-1. Pirates 14 base hits. 11 of them came against Sean Bosky. The other 3 have come off Heathcliff Slocum in relief. Helmet day here today, and a lot of the folks, the youngsters in particular, very pleased, not worried about the action on the field. They have their Cubs helmet, and they'll wear that baby for the rest of the Little League year.
And all the young kids know is when their brother and sister taps them in the head with a foreign object, they've got a helmet to protect them. They're not worried about 9 runs and 14 hits. Roger Reichert of Reichert Buick on hand. Fred Vidmar of Vidmar Buick, and Mike Cook of Bill Cook Buick, all on hand today on what started out as a very nice day in Chicago.
Well, it's still a very nice day. The game just isn't going all that well. 2-1 on Merced, who's 3 out of 3. Pair of singles is knocked in a run, tripled and scored to lead off the 4th. Pirates have 4 triples in this ball game. For those of you that did not see the injury to Ryne Sandberg, we're going to show it to you here in just a minute. Down on strikes is Merced. 1 down in the Pirates' 5th. The first time a leadoff man in this game has been retired.
And the fans cheered derisively here. Take another look at it. George Bell up. Lavalier comes out of the chute, and Sandberg is trying to steal a base. He does steal a base, but this could be costly. Off the 4th and 5th fingers of Ryne Sandberg's right hand into the face of Jose Lean. Lean was okay. Sandberg is getting x-rays at Northwestern Memorial Hospital.
And hopefully we'll hear some good news in the not too distant future, and we'll certainly pass it along to you at home as soon as we find out. 0-1 to Bell, who's 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 4th and scored a run. He's behind, no balls, 2 strikes.
Once again, a very nice crowd on hand to watch this one.
Cubs went over the 1 million mark in season attendance 2 days ago. And now they'll start setting the gauge, closing in on 2 million. Last night had 32,623, and certainly that many are here for this one. 1-2 to Jay Bell. Full slate of games in the National League tonight. Only 3 were played last night. Cardinals blank Philadelphia 1-0. Montreal lost to the Mets 4-2. Viola won his 9th. And out on strikes is Bell. Back-to-back Ks for Slocum in the 5th.
Our Any Questions question today comes from young Mikey Albrecht of Des Plaines, Illinois. He's 9 years old. He wants to know the 5 ways an offensive baseball player can reach first base without hitting the baseball. 4 are pretty easy. A walk, hit by pitch, a drop third strike, and catcher's interference. And the 5th, a pinch runner. So, Mikey, there's the 5 ways. The last one, a little bit tricky, but we nailed them down for you. Thanks once again for the inquiry, and thank all of you for all of the questions. There's some excellent questions being sent in.
0-1 to Andy Van Slyke. Hit a home run in the 1st inning for the Pirates' 1st run. Struck out in the 2nd. He walked, was forced at 2nd in the 4th. Later tonight in the National League, the Dodgers, leading the Western Division, will go to San Diego to play the Padres. Cincinnati plays Atlanta. Houston and San Francisco, the Cardinals at Philadelphia, and the Mets play in Montreal. All the games over in the American League played at night. Kansas City at California, Boston, Milwaukee, Oakland, Texas, Minnesota, Toronto, Detroit at Baltimore, and the White Sox will be in Seattle. 9-1 Pirates, 2 down, none on in the 5th inning. And it's 1-1 to Van Slyke. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Game 3 of the series tomorrow. It'll be Les Lancaster against Zane Smith. First pitch tomorrow is 1:20. And the leadoff man will get underway at 1 o'clock. So we invite you to join us then. Ball 4 to Van Slyke. Cubs have not enjoyed a 1-2-3 inning against the Pirates in this one.
Don't forget, due to July 4th, there's a time change on Thursday when the Pirates and Cubs hook up in the final game of this abbreviated homestand. That game, 12:05. It's 12:05 on Thursday.
Bobby Bonilla is 1 for 3. He has scored a pair of runs and he fouls it away. So come on out a little earlier and you can listen to some of the tunes just outside the ballpark. Stoney, you might even bring your dancing shoes along.
Looks like a good place to do it. Last night he was a one-man band, but today got some help with him.
There's a single into center field, and Van Slyke advances on to second base. Bonilla his second hit. And the 15th of the day for the Pirates. You know, Stoney, a lot of people have pretty much counted out the New York Mets. Little surprise. They've won 6 of their last 10. Only 5.5 games back. You have to believe if Doc Gooden comes around, they could make a strong run.
I think that's probably the key to the whole New York situation. They realize that they're not going to have the greatest offense in the world with Strawberry's gone. A good enough offense, certainly, but Gooden has been the mystery man. He's been getting hit very hard lately. If they can turn him around, if he can have a good second half, they certainly have the starting pitching to get the job done. And John Franco is an exceptional closer. They've got all the makings of a team that can make a run at this Pirate club.
2 on, 2 out. And Bonds a base hit into right field. They're going to wave around Van Slyke. Smith has a great arm. His throw to the plate is not in time. Van Slyke in head first. And Barry Bonds has knocked in his second run of the game, his 48th of the year. Pirates have reached double digits and they have scored in every inning. Pirates 10, Cubs 1.
Pirates continue to pound away, and the throw just a touch late. Van Slyke with a head first dive catches a part of the plate. Bruce Fremming calls him safe. And the base hits continue to rain here around Wrigley Field.
Gary Varsho, the batter. Perfect afternoon. Roller to the second baseman Walker. He's retired. And the inning is over in the 5th. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. After 4.5, Pirates 10, Cubs 1.